White House says it could endanger troops overseas, and the State Department calls it un-American. We're talking about a Gainesville pastor's plan to burn the Koran. Well, now a local activist group says it's headed to Gainesville to be part of a counter-protest. Our Carson Chambers joins us live from Tampa to tell us about their plans. Good evening, Carson.
Good evening, Linda. That group called St. Pete for Peace. They plan on meeting up in this radio station parking lot in Tampa on Saturday and then traveling all the way up to Gainesville to protest a protest. The Saturday service a Florida pastor has planned at the small Gainesville church with barely 50 members is already having a ripple effect felt around the world.
If out of this some type of retaliation should take place, we are deeply sorry for that. If people should lose their life, that would be tragic.
Pastor Terry Jones says he's received more than 100 death threats and carries a pistol on his belt. His anti-Islam church plans to burn the Quran, possibly several, in a bonfire on September 11th, and what Jones calls standing up to radical Islam. And hundreds of counter-protest groups will be there standing up to him.
We're there to show the rest of the world that we are not anti-Muslim, that we do not want hatred and anger and violence.
Chris Ernesto is organizing an effort through a nonprofit called St. Pete for Peace to get hundreds of Tampa Bay locals to Gainesville, where they'll join other groups to counter-protest the Quran burning. It's an event top military officials, including General David Petraeus, are warning could spell trouble for U.S. troops.
It puts our soldiers at jeopardy, very likely. And I think, in fact, that images from such an activity could very well be used by extremists here and around the world.
But Pastor Jones has rebuffed the general's words, only saying he plans to pray for guidance. Ernesto tells me he hopes Jones changes his mind.
We stand in solidarity with the Muslim community, with Arab Americans and with Muslims around the world, just like we stand in solidarity with freedom of religion for everybody that can practice anything they want. That's the tenet of this country.
And St. Pete for Peace has 3 locations where they're going to carpool up to Gainesville. This one in Tampa, another in St. Petersburg, and also one in Pasco County. All they ask, if you want to go, that you show up here, you check out their website, and you show up, and that you are non-confrontational if you head up to that protest in Central Florida. Live in Tampa, I'm Carson Chambers, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Carson. Well, this story, as you can imagine, has been hot on the web. Many of you have left your comments on our Facebook page. James says, I don't like the idea of disrespecting religion, but it is the right of the people to do so. Mark says it will put people's lives in jeopardy overseas, military as well as Christian missionaries in Muslim countries. Glenn says the general is right. Don't give the enemy any more reason to bring havoc on our people. And Angie says if they burn the Quran and one American life is lost as a result of it, then the blood is on their hands. And you can read all the comments or post your own if you'd like by going to abcactionnews.com and becoming a fan on our Facebook fan page.